time in my room just crying, or going for drives because I felt pretty free being able to drive and having a car.
And at that time, did you go out in public and people knew who you were?
That was one of the things that made me feel even more isolated. I was so scared of going out in public because I was alone most of the time. I saw my boyfriend Saturday, Sunday. That was it. If I saw him that week, but I was alone most of the time. I was scared to go to the grocery store. I was scared to go do laundry. I was scared to go do anything that required me getting out of the confines of either a car or my four walls, because I had already been at that point followed to my car. Death threats, rape threats, everything you can think of. Like, thinking at the time being banned from my home country, like them literally saying you are not welcome back on our soil. Like, all of these things that made me feel like no one knows what I'm going through, and I don't want to tell anyone because I don't feel like the people I do talk to about it will be able to fathom what I mean when I say I feel alone. Like, I feel alone globally, not just like, oh, I'm lonely.
Right. It's not like I'm feeling lonely tonight.
Yeah. But it wasn't until I started talking about it that I realized so many people feel this way for so many different reasons.
Right.
You don't need to have Twitter completely against you or an entire army on the internet coming after you for you to feel this way. It can be something as small as
your family just looking like girls that or men, you have a family member that doesn't want to accept you and you feel lonely, or you have a bad relationship with your parents, or your friends, you lose a friend group, or you're in college and you find out that your best friend was talking shit on you, and now it's like, do I need to find a new friend group? Those are obviously lower to what your extreme was, but like the concept of feeling so alone and having no one to go to is something every single person listening to this podcast can relate to.
Everyone is fighting a battle that they feel like telling someone about they won't understand.
When I guess it's just fascinating to me, you being in that low place, because like I said, I have so much respect, like how we're now sitting in this amazing house. Like, what do you have anything you remember other than those drives are amazing that you're saying you took? Was there anything else that you would like have in your brain that kept you going? Like, did you have a goal, or did you have like what was in your mind of like, I am so alone globally and I'm getting banished from where I was literally born? Like, where did your head go to, like, what kept you going in those moments?
I don't know. My number one, my dogs. Like, what kept me alive and kept me from actually giving into thoughts that were entering my head was literally my dogs. I had no next of kin at that point. I thought like I had no one to take them. I was the reason that they would be alive every day. So they consumed my entire life. And that's why I love them so much, especially this one, my firstborn. You asked me yesterday who's your favorite. I was like, oh,
my
this
firstborn.
one. But like, who asks that?
Right. I know, but I had to ask. So your dogs, which like people can like laugh at, I think that's like very like reasonable. Are you kidding me? A bond with an animal absolutely makes sense.
My dogs, and finding communities online. Like, I found a little sports community, and I just found different places online that I felt like I could be myself and be at home. And I didn't really start to feel like I had a place in the world until I met my best friend in the entire world.